Kenya and Kimberly. As close as two sisters could be. Always together, always talking, texting, Facebooking. At first, when the messages suddenly stopped,
I didn't really take it seriously. Like, I didn't really think that she was going to be gone that long.
but after 48 long hours. What's that like, that feeling?
This feeling of being, like, desperate to know where your sister is, like, because that was not only my best friend, like, that was my sister, that was my other half, like, that was everything to me.
And then that second night after Kenya vanished, there was this call from a total stranger named Travis.
Hello? Travis called me back about 8 p.m.
The guy who left that rather odd text message on Kenya's phone to see if she'd gotten home safely from the nightclub.
And he told me the story. Yeah, you know, I've seen her out there. Asked her if she needed any help because, you know, she seemed like she was really drunk and she was really out of it, you know. So I said, well, I better help her. So, you know, she got in my van.
Travis told Kenya's dad that as he was driving her home, she asked to stop at a gas station for cigarettes. But there, something strange happened. She met another guy who said he'd take her home. And so, said Travis, he left them there. And that's the last he saw of her.
That's what he said, it's the last he saw of her. And I got off the phone and I thought to myself, that is the most fantastic story I've ever heard. Not one word of what he told me made any sense to me.
Tony called the Denver police to report all that, but was told, remember, that the cops couldn't open an investigation because Kenya hadn't been missing long enough.
I'm pissed. I'm just sitting there, it's like, I can't believe this. So I took matters into my own hand. I called Travis back. And I said, Travis, I've got some questions I want to ask you. Tell me again where you last saw her at. And he says, well, I was at this Conoco station. Tell you what, why don't you meet me there? I told him I'm on my way.
Immediately I was so afraid. I said, oh my God.
I grabbed a 9mm pistol. I packed it in my waist and I told her, I'm on my way to meet this guy. Maria was down on her hands and knees, literally begging me, Tony, don't do this. Don't go down there. This is dangerous. This don't sound right. I told her, I gotta go. They're not gonna do anything. I gotta go.
And I grabbed the phone and I called 911.
Tony roared over to that Conoco station, nerves on edge, gun close to hand, expecting what? A violent confrontation? A dangerous standoff? A weirdo? But it was none of those things. Travis Forbes was there, all right, patiently waiting, and he looked just fine, not scary at all.
He was very thin, blonde hair, blue eyes, good-looking guy. My first impression of him was, you know, looks decent enough guy if you're going to have somebody pick up your kid, you know, and help him out, you know.
Seemed like a nice guy.
Yeah.
And because Maria called 911, the Denver police were at the gas station too, so the cops, not Tony, did most of the talking with Travis.
He told them that same story that he told me on the phone, and it was very consistent. The story that he told them matched exactly. I told the officer, I said, man, everything he's told me, it just don't sound right. It just don't sound right.
Didn't sound right to the cops either. But they had nothing to hold Travis on. He'd been cooperative, forthcoming, concerned for Kenya, so they let him go. As the meeting wrapped up, Travis sidled up to Tony and started talking.
He was crying. He's telling me, you know, I promised I'd take care of her. I wished I could have followed through on what I'd done. I feel responsible for this. You know, I wished I could have done more.
Travis certainly seemed sincere. His story, though strange, was consistent. Maybe he was telling the truth. And that man Kenya met at the gas station had abducted her.
I stuck my hand out and said, appreciate it. And we shook hands. And when I shook his hand, it was as if an earthquake was going on under his feet. And it was only in my hand that I could feel it. His arm wasn't shaking, his body wasn't shaking, there was no quivering. But I felt that shake. And I looked at him. And I knew that I was shaking the hand of the last person that seen Kenya alive. There was no doubt in my mind. I knew it at that instant.
And you believed that as of that moment that she was dead?
Yes.
Coming up, was he right? They were about to come across a disturbing clue.
He was determined to erase something.
Everything. Everything.
When Deadly Connection continues.